A group of local politicians have started a movement and are leading by example. After the pledge they created and signed was picked up by the Canadian Association of Feminist Parliamentarians, they decided to bring it to all politicians and the community to protect a democracy free from fear and intimidation. Nikki Wesley explains.
I had people call me names, still not okay, but doesn't reach the level of threatening you with violence. COVID, all that changed. People said they were going to hang me from City Hall, they were going to cut off my head, they were going to arrest me, which I took to mean if I'm in the grocery store, you're throwing me in the back of the car. You have no idea what it means. They came to my home, my personal home where my family is.
A group of female Halton elected representatives meet to support each other. They're called Her Halton. A few years ago, they started sharing stories of what it's like to be a female elected official.
The stories were heartbreaking and tragic and scary, and this moved well beyond any legitimate debate about policy or different perspectives on the issues that we face. This was threats of physical violence and worse.
These are elected women in all levels, from school board trustees to members of parliament. Milton councillor Samira Ali shared just one of her numerous experiences.
I had to move from my house without listing my house within few weeks because of the threats I was getting for my children. So I was getting threats that were saying that they know where I live, they know where my kids go to school, and that I need to watch my back.
We had a politician killed last week in Minnesota, where my family's from. I feel that one very personally. In Quebec, 800 municipal councillors, that's 10% of people elected to local office in 2021 have quit. And part of the reason is citing toxic democracy.
After fearing for her safety out in public, former MP Pam Demoff didn't run for re-election earlier this year.
I can't tell you the number of times I reached out to the police with threats, and most of the time the comment I got back was, "What would you like us to do about it?" Well, I don't know, you're the police. Do you want us to call this individual? Yeah. Well, yeah, actually I do. He's threatened me or my staff, who also were subject to horrific abuse.
If we see people crossing the line, we need to speak up. And we all need to speak up unanimously. That you disagree with policies, you argue, you debate issues, you debate people's position, but you don't personally attack them. And one of the things we're importing, I think, from the US, unfortunately right now, is dehumanization of politicians. And that's a huge issue because it discourages good, qualified people from entering politics.
So we are proud today to officially launch electrespect.ca. This is a campaign to protect and preserve democracy and an initiative to combat a toxic political culture. This is about restoring civility, safety, and inclusion in our political discourse and in our decision making. And it's really a pledge to commit ourselves to respectful behavior. We're asking, of course, elected officials to sign on, but we need the public to sign on with us too, because toxicity, abuse, it's between council members sometimes, but it's also between public and council members, vice versa, public and staff. So we want everyone to commit themselves to respectful behavior. Our democracy really depends on it.
For Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.